We've seen heavy downpours from hurricanes and tropical storms bring devastating flooding in recent years.
On today's Hurricane Gear Test, meteorologist John Dawson reminds us there are products out there to help protect you and your property along with your possessions from rising water.
I've been around Houston pretty much my whole life, and I've noticed that we don't use sandbags much during flood events. I don't really have an explanation for that, but I just want to recognize that as we start this discussion. Because on today's Hurricane Gear Test, we're talking about an alternative to that traditional sandbag. Quick Dam is the name of the company, and they have a bunch of products that they use to combat floodwaters. This bucket contains their 1 foot by 2 foot flood bag and their flood barrier. Now, I know that these don't look like they're going to do very much, and that's because they're water activated. Inside is a super absorbent powder that swells and gels water. This bag soaks up 4 gallons of water, giving it a height of 3.5 inches and gives it a weight of 32 pounds. Now, Quick Dam was great because they sent me these little sample bags to show you how they activate. I would put this in water, it would absorb, and I don't have to use one of these large bags to demonstrate that. But I think it would be more fun if we cut the bag open and instead poured out that powder that's in here that absorbs the water, and you can kind of see it in action a little bit better. So you'll notice this is not a lot of powder that we're using here that's in this bag, but once it gets water in it, it really starts to go to work. As I said, this takes that water, it absorbs it, it gels it all up, and I'm not going to be doing any editing here. I'm just going to let this happen in real time and show you with a little bit of a swirl how that sort of gets that water mixing. So normally you would take these bags and you would put them perhaps in a wheelbarrow filled with water. You could use a water hose, as a matter of fact, or you could even just lay them on the ground and let the water be absorbed from the ground. But as you'll see, this absorbs the water and holds it in a very quick amount of time, and it is something that is going to, again, make these bags so much larger and makes them a defense against floodwaters as they're trying to come into your home. I really like these barriers because so often you only need to protect against 2 or 3 inches of water. They come in lengths of 5, 10, and 17 feet and are designed to be stacked. Now, after the flood is over, you can actually cut these bags open, and then you can open and dump this into your yard. It's non-toxic and will decompose safely over time. I don't think everyone needs help from sandbags, so I'm giving Quick Dam a Cat 4 out of 5 on my Hurricane Kit priority scale. But those looking for flood protection will want to view their options online. The bucket I showed you cost $157. Share with me your thoughts on my YouTube channel. Just search for meteorologist John Dawson.